Hello, interesting people. Today I am going to be reviewing the Heroes Journal, which is a journaling system that has been marketed and advertised in many ADHD spaces to see how this tool can possibly help us as neurodivergent or ADHD people out. I know we love buying journals and planners. If you are like me, you have a drawer full of empty planners that hold lots of broken dreams of how this was going to be the book that was going to make you productive, and it probably hasn't worked. And the biggest problem is because these very rarely become a habit for us. Often forming habits is one of the major problems that we have. So unless something is really, really compelling, it's not necessarily going to jump in and be the savior that we would like it to be. So again, I bought the Heroes Journal and I bought the hard copy and it comes in three kind of flavors. The Galaxy of Astoria, which is the one I'm using for now, and then there's also two others, Legends of Astoria and Astoria Magic Academy. These are designed for science fiction nerds, so if you are not a science fiction fan, I don't think these are going to be the product for you. But if you do have some maybe Harry Potter preferences or some Star Wars, Zelda, Star Trek, anything like that, I think I see elements of video game play and sci-fi TV shows and movies in a lot of these products. So for that alone, it might be worth checking it out. Now, I got the hard copies, but there are PDF versions available on the website. Just a note, this is not any type of sponsorship, and I don't have an affiliate deal with the Heroes Journal, so but we will provide the link for you so that you can take a look at the product yourself. But in the hardbound journal, it starts off with some of the story you'll see here, and each of them has their own story. And there are pages that are designed for coloring inside. And then it sets you up at the beginning with what it calls your call to adventure. So essentially it asks you to think about what you're trying to accomplish first. Think about your long-term goal. Now, this is a difference in this journal compared to some of the other planners and journals that I've seen, which really just ask you to kind of record daily tasks. This connects everything to a larger picture, and it does that through kind of setting your goal, finding your North Star, and then it also breaks things up into acts and chapters, sort of intermittent steps along your journey. Now, day to day, it asks you to fill out some quest pages. And within the quest pages, it asks you things like, what you're grateful for, what you're going to plan for the day, what your goals are, but also what are the threats? What are the things that could potentially get in your way? And one of the things that I do like is that it asks you every day to rewrite your quest, which is essentially your major goal that you're working towards. And it has you lists your allies. So yes, you've got your threats, things that are going to get in your way, but it also has you list what things are going to help you, things or people are going to help you get through day to day. So as I have gone through this, so to fill out the first part of the journal, I think I sat down and really worked at it for probably 30 minutes. And then every day filling out the top, those 2 pages for the day at the beginning of the day has taken me about 10 minutes. And then as you go through the day, you can make notes kind of throughout if that's something that's easy for you, or you can review your day and summarize at the end, which I would say also about 10 minutes. And what I like so far about this journal is I think it's a good way to help people keep your main goal top of mind. A lot of us have kind of flights of fancy where all of a sudden one day we're going to build a skyscraper and save the world, and then the next day we don't remember why all these construction materials keep showing up at our house. In a journal like this, it allows you to keep your goal front and center. And so if you're working towards something, then it just helps keep that as a focus area for you, which I know is something that we can struggle with. It also has available these side quest cards, which are, I think, the things I was most excited about in purchasing the product, and probably the thing I've been least impressed with, in all honesty. Now, these are things that you can purchase either separately from the journal, or they have packages where you get them all together. And these list basic little things that you can do during the day that can supplement what you are working on in your journal. So today mine was buy a plant, add a plant to your house. And those are the ones that I have the most problem with. I think there's a real limit to the number of plants we can all reasonably add into our homes. And so if this is something that came up for me repeatedly, it would get kind of annoying. I haven't gone through yet and pulled out all the quests that I think would not be reasonable for me to do, which is I think my next step. But there are some that aren't things that you want to do every day, so certainly you'd want those to only come up every once in a while in a card shuffle, like take a rest day or reach out to somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time. And then there are some that would be good to do every day, like exercise for 10 minutes. So I think I'm going to go through the side quest cards and maybe create my own little mini deck within a deck, something that is more relevant to me to see if maybe I can get a little bit more use out of these side quest cards. Now, it does on the website come with there are many options. I did find the website hard to navigate when it comes to just knowing what you're getting and like what the best package was. It's not the easiest to navigate, although I did find it was easier on mobile than it was on my desktop. But it does offer you the chance to buy these supplemental journals, and really all they are blank pages with some of them have some little drawings, but not everyone has drawings. A lot of times it's just blank. So I don't know that these are worth the money. They come, if you buy the whole package, if you buy the whole storyline package, then you do get 3 of these little supplementals. You get the hardcover journal, you get the side quest deck, and I believe you also get a bookmark. So that's one way to go. Now the website does have, I got the hard copies, as I said. There are PDF versions available on the website, and there is also an opportunity to download 70 pages for free. And to point out again the trouble with the website, I hadn't seen that until this morning when I logged in just to make sure I had the names of all these things right. And I logged in on my phone, and the 70 free pages, that came up right away. Whereas when I spent an hour and a half shopping before Christmas on the website on my desktop, I never saw that come up. So you might want to check out both sites to see which one you find more navigable. In terms of use, I think, again, the biggest problem for me is this going to be a habit? And how can you build this into your day? And so I think if you have a plan, like, set your alarm, and then, the first 10 minutes of the day, you're going to fill out your journal. You're going to journal while you drink your coffee, and then you're going to do it right before bed. Then this could be a very useful tool because, again, it helps you work towards a big goal, and it keeps you focused on what your main challenge is, and then what things could come up during your day that are going to hinder you, and then how are you going to proactively help yourself through those things. I think the challenge for me is that if you are not inclined to make that itself a habit, I don't know that this is the journal that is going to rescue your life from the executive function challenges that neurodivergence brings you. If you are not a sci-fi fan or fantasy fan, I would say this is probably not going to be the thing that knocks your socks off and suddenly makes you into somebody productive. But if you are a sci-fi or fantasy fan and you do have something big that you're working towards, and you can put yourself in a situation where maybe you can every day give 5 to 10 minutes to journaling something, then this would be something that I would recommend. I've been trying it so far. I like it. I'll let you know in 6 months if this is something that I have actually gone through and used the whole way, or if I abandoned it halfway. But in the few weeks since Christmas so far, it has been something that I have been using on a daily basis. So if you have any questions for me, please put them down below in the comments. Feel free to visit me at coachjessicamichaels.com. AuDHD.com, where you can schedule a session with me. And of course, please tune into my podcast that I host with my lovely wife, Ellie, Gifted Kid, Messy Adult. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.